Earlier this year, we were introduced to the Garcia family, and we were so excited to hear how God was moving in their hearts to move to Oakland and present Jesus in a new and fresh way to people who are far from him. And so Southwest, we were ready to dive on board and partner with them, and then COVID hit right after we were introduced to them.
So we landed in Oakland May 1, in the midst of coronavirus, in the midst of shelter in place. And when you're setting out to start a church, you are never planning for a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. So this coronavirus really has shifted some of our plans, but it has also provided us an opportunity to look around and really see the needs of our community.
If anything, it probably fast-forwarded some of the relationships that they've been able to build with their neighbors. And so earlier this summer, Gabe Garcia got a hold of us and said, hey, we're building relationships. God is still moving in the midst of COVID, and there's an opportunity to partner with us. So would you like to do that? And we jumped right on board. And the reason we did was because the project itself spoke about the heart of what we're talking about in making Jesus famous. It was putting together hygiene kits and not only reaching out to the homeless and to the least of these and people who are just struggling day by day for their needs. It's not only caring for them, but it's also building the relationships with the neighbors around them to build those kids.
There are so many people in Oakland that are struggling with either homelessness or just even food insecurity. So we wanted to make sure that as a church, built into the DNA of our church, is looking out for the least of these. So this little project is providing us an opportunity to serve people, but ultimately to build relationships that are going to provide a platform for us to share the gospel.
So we put an Amazon wish list together. We got the word out. We told the story about what was happening with the Garcia family and how we could come along them. And then within the very first week, I was shocked, and Gabe was shocked when he found out as well. We had over 1,500 kits worth of supplies sitting in our front lobby. I mean, Amazon boxes were pouring in day after day, and it made us giddy because as we were looking at those delivery trucks showing up, it just reminded us one more time that the Southwest family is so generous.
Our neighbors who have become friends, we've learned that they care so much about the city of Oakland and the people of Oakland. And so when we started talking about doing this hygiene kit project, they jumped on board, said they wanted to do it. We've passed out flyers in the neighborhood. And on one of our walks, I was able to share with a couple of our neighbors about how this church from the desert cared so much about what we were doing that they made an Amazon list and they were bringing over 1,000 kits up to Oakland. And I'm telling you, they were absolutely blown away by the generosity of a church and a group of people who don't even know them. And I think for them, it just gave them a beautiful picture of what the church really is and who Jesus is.
Southwest is a great church family to be part of, and to see the impact and the ripple effect it continues to have is wonderful.